It's gonna be one of them fire rooms, right? Listen up, man. When the media mentors goes in, like when it's time to turn up and really go in, I really got some good information for y'all today. Like anytime there's good info, I'm always going to dive in with it. Anytime there's something to talk about, I'm going to dive into it. I'm going to be one of the first people to know about this information. We only doing a power hour today. Lee, thank you for being early, man. I appreciate you, man. We going to go all the way in today. I'm going to wait for some XP and some real people to pull up, man. Some media mentor. Jamisha, come on. You early. Queen, let's go. Y'all come through early, right? Like, this is what it's about. Ping the room up, share the room up. I'm waiting for, my brother for Sean to pull up because we discovered some fire information. Fire information, right? Like, and it's about a meta phone service. So I say, yo, you know what? I want to talk about this today and I really want to dive in and I don't want to play games either because anytime I do a room and I talk about something, I'm very intentional with it. Very, very intentional. Shari, thank you for coming through. Nick, thank you for coming through. Look, y'all ping this room up and share this room up, right? ASAP now. Please ping the room up and share the room up, right? I appreciate you guys for pulling up, right? Now, today in the Media Mentors, it's going to just be another fire conversation. Anytime we have a fire conversation, I love diving in with everybody. Anybody that comes through here is always a great vibe. Anytime we do it, it's a great vibe. Yesterday, Vassy came through. We had like a fire ass guest, come through yesterday. And I'm proud of, what she's doing, what she's done, and it was just amazing. And we're going to be doing a lot of networking off of this, so I can't wait to connect with her further. We're going to hop on a phone call. We will be hopping on a phone call, me and her, this week. This week we're supposed to be talking, me and her about some big things that's going on in the industry and what she may need on her journey as well. So I can't wait to talk about that. That's gonna be nothing but heat, and I can't wait because yo, women that kick ass in the industry. That's why I asked her to come through. I said, bro, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Are you gonna come? Let's talk. And she showed up. Oh my God. And everybody else that showed up and that came through, I appreciate y'all too, because it was nothing but genuine support. Right? I asked her great questions. She shared about her life. She want to come back. She asking me right now, like, Stack, when can I come back? When can I come back? Right? And I can't wait for her to come back because I want to have another conversation with her. Right? Appreciate you guys. I'm waiting for my brother for Sean because he got some great information for y'all today. I said, yo, that's crazy. So we gonna wait for him. I told him we open right now, so I'm gonna wait for him to pull up so we can get it in, bro. Because I want to talk about the metaphone service of the future. I want to talk about being in the future because y'all know I've been on the blockchain for a while. I had conversations with Nick. I was talking to him. We were talking a couple weeks ago about what's going on the blockchain and how they made it seem like it was nothing going on and it was dead on there. Hell no, it ain't dead. Of course, it's not dead. It's never dead. I feel like people try to make it seem like it was dead, but nah, it wasn't dead. Mm-mm. There was no way it was gonna be dead. You feel me? No way. You feel me? I said, man, how are we gonna get like approved? How we gonna do it? How we gonna like really dive in and help others too? Because people don't understand the crypto blockchain at all. They look at it like it's like foreign language. They're like, damn, how do I get on board it? Or how do I get up in here? Or how am I gonna do it? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. It's simple. You just gotta use the
Yeah,
tools that's at your fingertip. Who's that? Sherry? Go ahead.
yeah.
What's good,
No,
Sherry? How you?
I've been out of pocket all week. I've been so busy and I was like, holy shit. And so I finally got home and I was like, yes, this is the conversation we had over the weekend. So I'm mad that I missed the last couple of days, but I'm glad I'm here for this one. So good afternoon, everyone. Hope everybody's well.
Nah, you said it right there, Sherry. It's how you been though? Is everything okay? I know you've been out
Yeah,
of the
busy,
loop,
just
but
busy,
how's
busy,
everything?
busy.
How you feeling?
Good, good, good.
Busy? Yeah, you gotta catch me up on
I
everything.
shall,
See
I
how you
shall.
feeling, right? I gotta do like we gotta check in and see how everybody's feeling. How
For
y'all
sure.
feeling? Facts. Jamisha, how you feeling today? You good? For Sean, how you feeling? He just pulled up. Nick, how you feeling? Everybody put a heart up if y'all feeling okay today. What we doing, y'all?
Man, peace
Talk
to
to
the
me.
gods. What's happening?
Let's go, man. How you feeling, man? Look, for Sean, I was just speaking a little bit about, metaphone service and in the future. Can you talk a little bit about, what you learned about the metaverse, bro? When you first got in it, because I know you used to do something with the meta too, bro. You know what I mean? Getting in the Oculus. I think me and you was one of the first people to get up on the Oculus. So talk to me about, meta. What you've learned so far before we get into the phone service piece that me and you discovered. Let's go.
Yeah, man. So, peace to the gods. What's happening? If the question you saying how did I find it
Yeah,
or
like
what
how'd
have
you
I
find
learned
out
to
about
use
the
it?
metaverse? What was something like? Let's talk about that
Oh,
first. Like, yeah, metaverse
yeah,
in
the
general.
metaverse, man. All right, ooh, that's crazy because I've been a fan of the metaverse, i.e., virtual reality, since Lawnmower Man. Y'all remember Lawnmower Man?
Oh
Oh
man,
yeah,
you might have to remind
yeah.
me.
Yeah, so Lawnmower Man in the mid '90s is a movie that came out about virtual reality, and this is also a time like when video games, like I think Sega had this video game where it was like the first virtual reality video game. It took off, but it didn't last because it was just too early. But Lawnmower Man was about basically virtual reality and a human consciousness getting stuck in it. So if y'all ain't never watched Lawnmower Man, go look it up, find it, watch it, tap in. Lawnmower Man was fire. That was my first step into this idea of the metaverse. And then I've always been a big fan of Tron. So if you remember Tron from the 80s, that whole era, Tron and Blade Runner, all of that got me really excited about the future and technology. I'm naturally a futurist. From that space, I started considering what technology would do to the human mind and our social experience, and how that's going to change our engagement and change the future, create new frontiers for economy, for society, all of these things. So we fast forward. Now we into crypto. The crypto space most definitely represents the economic structure and how we build in this space. So I started buying land in the metaverse. I'm getting crypto. And I'm late because I got introduced early, but the person that introduced me really didn't know what they was talking about. They just knew I liked the future, so I really missed my opportunity. But I still end up bouncing back a little bit. But what excites me about the metaverse is because we can now expand our reality and create worlds. And now we can have this multi-dimensional experience that we can take our cognitive perspective into, and we can have a lot more to say about what happens there. So the thing about the metaverse is it's aggressively community based, right? It's not so algorithmic or totalitarian in a sense of like having this supreme governance that's over you, and that's what the whole meta space is about. It's like, hey man, we as a group dictate how stuff go around here, and I really love that because it's really a republic stack. It's really back to the people, republic. So that's why I rack with the metaverse. So I got a Quest 2
Man, that's my
head.
favorite shit. I'm not getting the Vision Pro yet, man. They gonna have to go down a couple thousands for me, bro. All
Hey,
the way
bro.
down a couple thousands
I,
for me,
I
bro.
I want the Quest Pro right now, but I'm not. I didn't have the end of the fiscal year like I thought I was gonna have, so I'm not about to drop the 4 bands on it. But I had planned to. One of my partners did. I was playing with it yesterday. Stack
It's crazy.
is
Wait for
is
Sean.
fucking
Just keep it 100. Is it better than the Quest, bro? Because you know the Quest goes crazy. Everybody know the
the
Quest
the
goes
the,
crazy.
the Quest go crazy for this ain't got shit on Quest because I mean the Quest ain't got nothing on the Vision Pro because here's the thing. The Vision Pro was always about augmentation, right? the Quest 2 and the 3, they're always been about virtual reality. So it's about going somewhere completely detached from reality in reality, which is dope. But what the world needs before we do a full dive, and I've been saying this since the first VR headsets a couple of years ago, we're going to have to massage society into a space where we're comfortable being completely immersed in virtual reality. And that's what the Vision Pro does, is it gives us an opportunity to experience an augmented reality with, like, on top of our reality, which means we have this mixed reality experience. And that's way easy because people don't want to lose their connection to the world. We want to enhance it. And this just is really special. And here's the thing, like, I think Casey Neistat has said it on his video 2 days ago. This thing is dope. It most definitely got some bugs to work out and got to be better, but it's the worst it's ever going to be. Like, this is the worst that this technology is ever going to be from Apple. So I'm still really excited. I'm a little upset I don't have it. I seen a image of somebody driving their Cybertruck with a pair of Vision Pros on. I'm like, damn. That need to be me in a couple of months, man. I need this fucking Cybertruck to get here, and I'm trying to get a Vision Pro, man. But
Facts, brother. Facts. Yo, I appreciate yo, bro. Everybody, let's ping the room up and share the room up. We talking about the metaverse today, right? I asked my brother Fashawn to come in here and say, yo, let's do this, man, and talk about this topic. I want to talk about it because there's something special that we came across. I said, Fashawn, you should have told me about this shit sooner. Didn't I say that? I said, man, you should have told me sooner, bro.
no, you did. I was like, my
Come on,
bad,
man.
man. I was like, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about this system I'm running, brother. I feel like you'd appreciate it.
Hell yeah, and I sure did appreciate it. And me and Fashawn been, networking and trying to get more people to be a part of it. And we gonna do that today, right? But I need y'all to ping the room up and share the room up. Put a fire emoji in the chat if y'all ready. If y'all ready for us to expose the metaverse, the metaphone service. That's what we doing today. Yo, what blockchain is it on, bro? We on the Solana with that, Fashawn? Let's get into a little bit, bro,
So
before we expose it. Let's
it's
get
on
into it.
it's on the Solana. Yeah, it's on the Solana blockchain. So if you understand crypto, blockchain is basically like the community in which a token and currency is ran. And that's pretty much just like, how you have the US dollar, the Canadian loonie, the Mexican peso. It just means a form of currency, and those different currency comes with different benefits, allowances, connection into the ecosystem. And different organizations will build their platform and their community based on, let's say, for the dollar. In this case, is Solana. And there's benefits from being on those. Like, for example, with the Bitcoin blockchain, which is the highest currency in crypto and the main one, but this thing called gas to transfer money, meaning to send and receive Bitcoin, it costs energy, and we call that gas to send it back and forth. It's a high ticket item. Same thing for the Ethereum, the second top. Solana has this beautiful situation how it's built out, where it's not really expensive to send and receive. So Solana has been like a more of a go-to space for creators and communities. So this is built on Solana, and we'll get into, like, once we start talking about the platform, why that benefits you, and how you don't have to be somebody that's well informed with cryptocurrency, or even have a wallet or cryptocurrency to be able to benefit from this phone service. So we'll get into that in a little bit.
Ooh-wee. Listen, if y'all ready, I need y'all to ping this up. Look, Sean, we could have been doing anything else, man, but you pulled up in here today. Teach y'all, really go in today about, the metaverse. When I was first in the metaverse, for Sean, I was actually, on the phone, bro. I was using the web browser. We was actually on Crypto Voxels. Let me keep it 100 with you, for Sean. You heard of that before? Crypto Voxels. We
Yeah,
was on that
yeah,
first. So before it got lit and before people could make their own shit and characters and wearables, I was on Crypto Voxels making shit and putting NFT galleries up. So I was already doing this shit, bro. With my album covers, with my artwork, with all this shit that I was making online. I was already in Crypto Voxels. So for Sean, you got any words to say about, where it first started from, bro? Like the Crypto Voxels and to see where it is now? Let's get into it.
yeah. So Voxel started off in a small community in the early stages of like the metaverse community. You know, start like in the beginning, like before when nobody really knew what was going on, and it started to become gamified. People that knew about it start collecting them, and eventually they became valuable as more people became aware of it. And that kind of leads into media mentors, like in the sense of like doing media. When you're one of our greatest advantages in anything is time, and when you're like I'm spiritually, I'm socially an early adopter. I have the ability and insight to see things that are valuable early, and I like to invest quick. Some people that sounds scary. To me, it sounds like the only way. Like I don't want to get left out, and that's what happened with the voxels. People were like, "This makes sense. Let me tap in early," and now they benefit greatly today. Because and here's another thing: people that usually grab onto cool stuff early are often in the atmosphere of other cool things that will also pop. So you typically don't invest in one thing. Most of those people that was in voxels, in crypto voxels, also ended up getting uh what you call them things, apes. They also ended up getting a couple of other NFTs. They also invested in some cryptocurrencies that ended up banging early on, right? So keeping your ear to the street, so to say, will always benefit because cool things are always gonna bubble.
And if y'all agree, put a one in the chat. Cool things are always bubble. Being innovative. Being the first one. Like I tell y'all, you could be the first one to do some shit or the first one to make something shake. You're gonna be that person to master it. So, being early, innovative, right? Get up in the chat, man. Ping the room up, share the room up. Voxels, man. I remember that, man. That was one of the first ones, man. I'm walking around as a stick for Sean. They didn't even have no fit. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even have what they
and,
have
and,
right
li-
now. I couldn't do no wearables, nothing. Couldn't get no kicks. You know what I'm saying? So
Nothing.
that's what I was walking around with, and I knew people on here from, they was from Berlin. There was somebody from Berlin on here. She was making her own. It was called like Meta Berlin Voxels or something, and she had a whole world, man. You could fly around, do all type. It was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it first started. But to see where it's at now, to upgrade, is crazy. Because if you guys look at the Oculus, right? If you look at how the Oculus came out, right, for Sean, it's like it was so more. They made it 3D. Now you can see yourself. Now you can wear. It's more. They made it more real life. Like, how'd you feel about the Oculus and what they did with the Horizon Worlds and all that before we get into the next step? Let's go, bro.
Man, Horizon World was crazy, man. I go in there and hang out, hang out and go into the concerts and go and meet different people from around the world. I don't know about you, but like the sliding thing makes my vertigo activate, so I get dizzy, so I have to like jump from spot to spot. The gliding is weird. Um, yeah, for sure. But I think it's wonderful, man. I think being able to see shows, go and watch games in different rooms. I've met some coders on there. Um, it's really the beginning stages of what we should be excited to see in the future, which is go between different worlds, like, and thinking about how do we put ourselves here. Like, right now we live in a world where we're limited to based on building, based on cost and resources, right? But right now, because this is a new universe, the and there's no limitation of space, all we got to do is learn how to do something and do it and become a part of a universe, a world, a builder, like that. I don't think people realize that they get to become the characters that they've always fantasized about. Like, this shit is only going to get better. You know what I'm saying? We you want a clothing store? Build one. You want a brand? Build one. You want to make music? Build one. You want to look different? Build it. And then get with and then offer a service. Like, man, you can it's so many different maps in the metaverse. You can buy I own my neighborhood in Detroit. Like on the
Yep, you can do
blockchain.
that. It's
I
digital, digital real estate, bro. They don't know it, man. A lot of people don't know that this shit's real, man. For sure,
yeah,
you can
I
own
I,
pieces of land,
Yeah,
bro.
I own a decent space. I own a decent amount of Detroit on like two blockchains. Cost me maybe $1,000. I think it's
Huh?
worth way more than that now. But when I did it, I was, that might sound crazy to people, but when you're an early adopter, we have to understand that people like Jeff Bezos, people like Elon Musk, they were working on today in 1992. Could you imagine working on something for 2039 today? So that's kind of how I look at it. And now because we're dealing with technology, it's moving a lot faster. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm excited about the Quest. All the Quest did is force Apple to hurry up and produce this.
You understand, for sure, because they was already going crazy. You could already log it. Listen, this is why I like the Quest, because you can already log into your Facebook and connect up with your Facebook friends and everybody that already had a Quest. So they already made it compatible with everybody. So who's on Facebook? Billions of people. Billions of people are on Facebook. So the fact that they already did it for me, for sure. They already made the legendary move and set the wave and the blueprint for Apple to make out this Vision Pro. But bro, it's already here. When I first got on it, bro, you know what's happening, for sure, when you first get on the Oculus, bro. You're in your living room, you got your TVs, you can swipe them, you can use your hands. The same shit that they wanted to do right now is the same shit you can do inside of the Oculus. Move it around, all you gotta do is turn on the hand gesture feature. You know what it is, for sure. You ain't gotta use the sticks. You can turn that shit off, and if you nice with your hands, you know how to do it. So they already did it. Oculus already did it. Quest did it already. But I love the fact that Vision
Yeah,
Pro do it, because now it's gonna be all everywhere. iPhones everywhere. Now it's just an iPhone version of what a Quest already did. You understand, for sure?
yeah. All of this does is make the Quest more desirable because it kind of fell off in the last year. People gonna look at that $4,000 and be like, "Oh, I can't do that," but I can do this, and I'm excited about more people wanting to jump into the Quest 2 and 3 because everybody should be playing with this. They should be getting familiar. This is unequivocally our future. It just is what it is. And it's important that we don't turn into our grandparents and parents talking about that's weird and that's for the kids. Like, no, if you want to be connected to the future, understand what's happening today just so happens to be happening while there are kids around, but it's not childish. It is the future. And if you alive right now, it's a good chance you're going to be alive in 30, 40. You don't want to be like some of our grandparents, not knowing the language, not knowing how to drive, not knowing how to assimilate or participate in society. How many old people, how many grandparents you done seen don't know how to use a cell phone? Or got an old ass, regular cell phone or need help with a lot of common things today. You don't want to be that person. Also, the way that you stay young is being aware of how technology and society is changing. And if you're entrepreneurial at all, it's no reason why the metaverse should not be a part of your business in some way, whether on the back end or the front end, meaning your customers engage with it or using it, or you are using it to run your business. And if you really turned up, it should be front end and back end. It should be helping you in your business and it should be an engagement part of your business for your customer. Right. It's no reason right now that you should be running a business and Chat GPT is not a part of it in some form or fashion. There's no reason why today we got Zapier and all of this open source information that your company or your brand is not utilizing uh not AI but automations. Right? Some shit just needs to be automated. You know what I'm saying? Your copy should be, really fine tuned through AI. Your content creation should be organized and structured assisted through AI. And this is all in the metaverse. You should be considering, if you got a business, where does it fit in the metaverse? Where is the bridge gap for your customer, and where they are, like, because they off the app, they out of the real world, and they on the internet. Being on this phone is a part of being a part of the metaverse. This is metaverse activity stage one. When we really go into
Oh
augmented
man,
or
for Sean, you gave me a new idea. Metaverse activity, bro. We're gonna have to do something with that name. You hear me? Write that shit down.
facts. But this is our entry. We've been on the internet for a long time. The internet is what we call Web 2. Metaverse is more like Web 3. We're talking about an extended form of the web, right? And the shit really boundless. So it'll behoove you to really get educated and excited about the possibilities of who and what you can be.
Man, make sure y'all put a one in the chat. And if you guys want to, learn about the Meta Quest and you want to dive into the metaverse, the latest news is at the top about, the Meta Quest and how you can get it and how you can dive in. I was one of the first ones to get it, man. I'm walking around as Digital Stack Pack. Y'all seen Digital Stack Pack come in the rooms. I used to have it come in here, walk around the metaverse, change it up, even create other wearables for other characters to wear because y'all know I like fashion. So I'm like, hold on, let me see how I can create other wearables for other individuals inside there because they had some weak gear. I ain't gonna lie, they had some weak gear when they first started. So I was like, you know what? Let me upgrade this. Let me upgrade it. Right. So make sure y'all tap into this right here. So for Sean, what you thinking, man? Let's get into this. Let's get into this phone service, man. I need to share this room up though, man. I need at least 15, bro. Let's share it up, man. Y'all gotta come on, y'all ready? Like this shit unbelievable. Anything you can do, it's so much stuff you can do online. You just gotta put the tools right here. You just gotta use it. They're at your fingertips. They're right here. It's accessible, right? So I'm thinking, what's up, man? Share this room out. Let's get this room out to more people. Share it on Twitter. Go to Facebook. Share it on your story. Tag us, right? Tag the Media Mentorship, Instagram. Appreciate everybody that's showing love on Instagram, off Instagram, on different platforms. I appreciate you guys, and we just diving all the way in, right? Like, but Sean, what's up, man? Put the link at the top to this, man, so we can dive in about this. Put the link at the top so that way I can dive in about this.
All right, for sure.
We can talk about
Hey,
it.
check
Yeah,
out the
cause
PTR, bro. You see the
oh yeah,
PTR?
that's crazy, bro. That's hard. So, what was you looking at when you was in the metaverse right there?
Man, I think that day I was probably playing it's a Call of Duty style first person
Yeah,
shooter
those are
game.
crazy. All the the shooter games, Call of Duty, all that shit is crazy.
Yeah, they turned and burnt, bro.
I
They
like the bar
super
fight
lit.
one for Sean. You remember the bar fight one when you could fight in the bar? Yeah, that one was crazy too.
Oh
They
no,
take
that's
those
that's
games real serious in there.
you. Oh yeah, they take the game serious. Absolutely. So what we about to talk about is this Meta phone service. So everybody in here clearly got a phone, right? But
Put a
we
one in the chat if you got a phone.
put a one in
Let
the
me see.
chat. Put a one in the chat if you got a phone, man.
Facts. Get up in the chat if you got a phone. That's a fact. Let's see. Let's see who's on their phone right now for sure. Yeah, they got phones. It look like they got some phones, bro. Hell yeah. If y'all got extra phones, share the damn room out. We need 15. Go ahead, Fashawn. What's good, bro?
Yeah, so really where we at right now is this concept of paying, like, before we talk about the phone, let's talk about community, because that's really what this is about. So at the end of the day, like we said earlier, the metaverse is built up these communities that people, they basically like, hey, we don't like how this is working. It's really disruptive. Like, we think things should be done like this. And because we think things should be done like this and other people agree with us, we gonna change it. Who wants to help us change it? Right? That's pretty much their position. And what you do in a community, no, but I'm saving this. I just updated it. So the link should be at the top or not. Did it change?
Nah, I'll change it for you though. Go ahead, Fashawn. You good, bro?
Oh, okay. So what should happen? My phone is with this mug tripping in here. All right, so never mind. So what happens in a community? You get people to come together and they say, I want things to be different. And so in this situation, you have a scenario where people said, hey, all the phone service is pretty expensive. But more importantly, technology has advanced. So if y'all don't know about the story of how we get cell phone service today, I encourage and implore you to go look up a documentary style film called BlackBerry. It's just called BlackBerry. It's about why BlackBerry was revolutionary and had so much hype when we was younger. In short, with BlackBerry, they figured out how to engineer networks to be able to send information and store information without it taking up a lot of space. And that was the limitations of cell phones. If y'all remember, if you in your 30s, you remember like free nights and weekends. And call free incoming calls when Sprint changed it from 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock, telling your friend to call me back from the house phone, and so your incoming call will be free. You remember having so many minutes a month for your phone. You remember when Singular Wireless was the first to do rollover minutes. You remember when the first time where the unlimited plan became revolutionary and normalized, right? That's because BlackBerry figured out how to change the way that information was sent on the server and didn't have to take up so much space. They single-handedly solved that problem. What happened is Apple, Steve Jobs, the genius, was able to take that, utilize it, pretty much kind of swept the rug from under him, and capitalize with iPhone 3G, the first iPhone. The issue was nobody believed in Apple, and AT&T was the only ones willing to give them a chance. So it's not like Apple said we thought AT&T was the best. No other phone company would give them an opportunity. And then they changed the world, and then the iPhone became the number one world phone in the country, and the rest is history.
Look, Fashawn. So it's at the top, bro. Let's get into this, bro. It's up here.
Oh,
What's up with it,
so
bro?
that's a fact. So what we looking at now is helium. Good looking, brother. What we looking at now is helium. Helium is a community-based metaverse phone company who said technology has changed again, and how it's changed is we can use the service peer to peer. Basically, like if everybody in this room, we can use each other's frequency instead of depending on a singular tower. Our
Say
exchange
that
and
again. Say that again.
so instead of using a singular tower to get our information, each one of us is pinging to a singular tower. Basically, all we need is one person connected to that tower, and now we have what's called a mesh network amongst our phones. But we don't have to be right next to each other. We just have to be in a passing vicinity. Maybe walking down the street, somebody in the house, maybe walking past somebody, driving past somebody. We're continuously pinging off each other's service. What this does is allow the company not to have to use so much power or servers to keep the network alive, which means the cost that they're charging us to use the tower can be reduced. And by doing that, this community, this metaverse community has been able to create something to where you can have a unlimited phone bill, text and calls for $20 a month. That's basically what this is. You can get a physical SIM card for like your you can get a physical SIM card for a phone or any number of phones that you want, and you can get an eSIM. So if you have a newer phone like an 11 Pro, so we talking about like 6 years back, maybe. We talking about 5 or 6 years back. If you have like an 11 Pro and or more current, that phone has an eSIM, and you can not only keep your current number and just get a new number and activate the eSIM on there, like I think Stack did that. You can also get a new eSIM for another phone if you have one, like I did.
Quickest shit
I
I
have
ever did in
three
my life.
phones.
Easy.
Hey, look, hey, no cap. I called Stack and he did it while we was on the phone. I wasn't even done explaining it to him. Dog did it. He's like, "Hey, I'm doing it right now. I got this 14.
Cause
Can I turn this
I was
on?" I'm
already
like,
paying
"Yeah."
mad bread for both of my phones, so you just saved me like hundreds of dollars. So you get it?
Man, it's amazing, right? So the situation is, guys, with this, you can port your number over. Let's say you don't want to pay Verizon or AT&T no more. You can port your number over to Helium and just keep your same number and have a new plan. You could do like we did, just get a new number, add a phone. You can keep that number on your current phone, or you can put it on a new phone like I did. And it's just $20 a month. It ain't no hidden fees. What you pay, it's like $1.50 in taxes, so it come out to being like
Yeah, it's like a dollar. It's like
you know,
$21.50. Yeah.
yeah, like the 21.50, and it's just $20 to have another phone line. Now, for you guys that are entrepreneurs, it'll be great for you to have a separate number that operates like a regular number. I know most of y'all smart. Y'all already got Google numbers, right? But y'all know the Google number is just something a little not sketchy, but it's fumbly. It's finicky. It's not as smooth
You
as a
know what it
regular number.
is. She said it's fumbly.
That's a good word.
Yo, that was a good one right there. I needed that.
It's not smooth, like especially if you're an iPhone user. It ain't nothing like dealing with them iMessage, like them blue. You know how people feel about your blue bubbles. If you're dealing with a business and you end up and you texting them and you doing some business stuff, and it's like texting you like, this your business number, like, oh, they got an iPhone for a business number. You get a level of credibility having them blue bubbles. If you're an iPhone user, you know how we feel about green bubbles. You texting from a Google number, you're getting green bubbles. So this is another benefit. The cool thing is too, me and Stack was just talking about this. Your iMessages, as long as you put that number under the same iMessage, it comes under the same iMessage.
That was
Right?
crazy. Yeah, that's what I
So it's
realized. Yo,
like
you told.
me and Stack is talking through one iMessage, but it doesn't matter what phone he's talking to me through. You see what I'm saying? So we got one text thread. I'm not going through my phone trying to find his second phone. Now, if he calls me or if I need to call him, I have his second phone and saved as iPhone 2. So when it comes up on my screen, it's like it say stack with the pack. It says iPhone or iPhone 2, so I can identify the difference. So yeah, I mean, this is just relevant. It's relevant for business. It's relevant if you want to have an emergency number. I also have a phone that only my immediate family has. My daughter, her mother, my ex-wife, my mom, my little sister, and like my auntie. She like my second. These are the only people that have. I mean, my mentor, his kids got the number. These are the only group of people who have my number. That's my fallout number, right? That's good for that. If you have a child, why should you have to pay $80 to $150 for another line for a child? $20, man. You can get your whole house online for $100. You got 5 people in there. So
Crazy, and that's what I realized. Yeah,
Dak, you remember how much I said the other day I paid for 2 phones?
Sherry, but what did I say? But this is why I told you to come in here. Remember?
Exactly. $224, Fashawn. $224 a month.
How much you pay for your phone bill right now, Sherry?
$224.
I activated one of my newest phones on this. Man, unlimited everything. Ain't no hiccups yet for Sean. I ain't got no hiccups. Unlimited FaceTime anywhere. Everything's Gucci right now. So I love it. And it's on point. We gonna keep spreading the word. Yo, for Sean. Let's go, bro.
Yeah, so anybody interested, if you can ask all your questions to me, I can pretty much answer most of them. The last thing we want to say, I just put my code in the side chat. Stack gonna put his code in the side chat eventually, or in a second. We got a code.
Are
It was supposed to be over yesterday, but our codes is still up. What they doing to get more people onboarded is when you sign up using one of our codes, you'll get $30 towards your account, and then the person who code you use will get $30 towards your account. I mean, to their account. So both parties is getting $30 towards their account on a
so
$20
basically
bill. So
you can
that's
pay
a
our phone
so that's
bill
basically
free.
you say, huh?
Basically, you can pay your phone bill for free. Basically, if you got a large enough network.
Yeah. So that credit goes towards your account, and that's a month and a half. Because if the bill is $20 and they giving you 30, that's a month and a half that they taking care of just for you to join. And then when you do that, you'll get your own code that you can share with a family member or friends, and then they can do the same thing, and then you can benefit again from that service, or that discount. I don't know when they're gonna turn it off, but our links is still working right now on the 7th. It was supposed to be done on the 6th. And this is another thing. Earlier I said, like, if you don't have a crypto wallet, you don't know how to send or receive crypto, you ain't got no Solana, all of that stuff, which eventually we gonna put y'all on one day how to do all that because it's really important. But through this process, this might be some of y'all first introduction into the metaverse and cryptocurrency. If you sign up through Helium, what you end up doing is you can pay with cash, so your card, debit card or credit card. But once you do, they give you a crypto wallet that's pointed to this account, so people can send you money. They can send you crypto through this wallet, so it'll go to your account. And if you have a wallet and you deal with crypto, send Solana to this wallet, right, to pay your bill. So it might be some of y'all first immersion and step into the space without having to know it at all. And that's what I was talking about earlier, Stack, when I was saying, like, people being able to onboard and transition into the metaverse easily. They've taken care of this part because it's like, oh, $20 sound cool, but I don't know nothing about no damn wallet. Like, I don't know about no crypto. You ain't got to worry about that. Just put your card in, put your card information in, send them $20. They're gonna hold $1 for, like, a couple of minutes, and then they're gonna extract it, set your phone up. Set your number up. I would strongly encourage you guys to do eSIM because it's immediate. I set my phone up when I did it, like, in 2 minutes. So yeah, man. Any questions, that?
Yeah, Nicole in
Come
the
on,
chat
man.
asked, is this only for iPhone?
No, you can do it for Android too. I had answered their question. You can do this for Android.
Okay, perfect.
Well, so you can. It's not only for iPhone. That's the great part. So you can do it for Android as well. Look, for Sean, you dived all the way into that, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The metaverse, using the Solana, earning, getting on there, referring people. That's what I want to see, right? Some real education, some real diving in, right? Some tools that we can use at our fingertips to get to the next level, or to have a business line or extra line, right? And like he was saying, it's kind of fumbly. I was talking about the Google numbers. He said it's fumbly. It's fumbly. So this right here is going to be a good option for you to, turn on another phone, turn on another device, and have it working the professional way. So I appreciate you, Fashawn. This was a fire one, bro. Because every time we go in, it's always some good information. Put the one in the chat if y'all learned something today. If y'all enjoyed the conversation, right? Because when I'm talking about the metaverse, I'm talking about diving in, it's always gonna be heat, right? It's always gonna be something of value. I love talking about value. If we can help more people, that's what I want to do. If I could push people on, that's what I want to do, right? I appreciate y'all. Look, any final words? What we doing, for Sean? Any outtakes, man? Talk to me. What's good, brother? What you got
Yeah,
coming
man.
up soon?
Yeah. Before I get to the questions, man, I wanna readdress and highlight the idea of community. Once you become a part of this, like, you have the crypto community, the future. If you don't know, and maybe Stack could do a room on this in the future. The future lives on Twitter. And I'm not a big fan of Twitter, but I also can't deny communities and ecosystems. The future lives on Twitter. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if you like me, you spend most of your social media experience on Instagram. But I am extremely aware that anything that we've seen on Instagram was on Twitter at least a day early. Twitter is real time
Yeah,
information.
they always got the real news.
Always. And so the Twitter community is where you be able to grow your brand, grow your community, really get engaged. The crypto community is a cool place to be attached to, because the cool thing about the crypto community is these are educated people and they're doers. See, spending a lot of time on Clubhouse, we get a lot of talkers, right? And I'm not saying no doers on here. Look where we at. Y'all are doers, stack a doer, right? All you guys are here because y'all doers, but y'all also understand that the app ain't full of doers. Twitter is somewhere that in those communities, these are people who are doing stuff and they building together. And so becoming a part of the Helium community would be ideal for you if you're looking to expand your brand or your company or your community and having access to people who really doing stuff, because it's a part of the ecosystem and culture to collaborate. And I know Stack talk about collaboration a lot, and this is really important. Community is where collaboration happens and thrives. So, this is another way to become a part of a community. That is the future. At the end of the day, this is so disruptive that phone companies are going to have to change how they sell phones, like sell phone services. Oh, I don't know if I told y'all. I didn't even say it originally, Stack. This phone plan, this Meta phone line, is built on the back of T-Mobile. And if y'all don't know, right now T-Mobile is the number one phone company in America. Right? And I'm not saying they got the best service, but for a couple of different metrics, they are the number one phone company in America. So they're backing this. So when you're not a part of the mesh network, your phone and your data is running off T-Mobile service. So it's not like this is some new, startup phone company. This is a Meta phone company that's riding the spine and the infrastructure of a trusted, worldwide, mobile service. And with that said, man, hey, hit the link at the top. My code is in the side if you want to go through my code. Stat got a code. You want to use his code. And any questions, man? What y'all want to know anything?
Talk to me, man. Go ahead, Sherry.
Yeah, no, I had one more question. And you may have answered it already, Sean. I'm not sure, but so Sean, Stack, I asked you this the other day too, but when it comes to the phones that you have in your possession right now, like my phone right now, so my phone's paid for, my son's is not. So I rent, or whatever the hell you want to call it, lease or whatever. So then would I have to pay off that phone with my current company first to use that eSIM card for his phone?
Nope. You be able to set that eSIM up right now. As a matter of fact, you if you wanted to finish getting the benefits of being in that service for that what you've already paid for, you can start a new number, or if he wants to keep his number, which most people do, uh I I think you can contact your carrier, since it's month to month, and just port it over. Like, tell them you want to extract the number and port it over. And then you can do that with eSIM again. You don't need a SIM card. You do that with eSIM on his phone, and boom, they'll transport his SIM card number into his eSIM number, and then boom, it's done.
Thank you, sir.
Look, any more questions for Sean? Because today was a fire ass room, right? Today was a fire ass room. Today we went all the way in with this Metaphone service, right? Tomorrow, I'm pretty sure my brother Nick's coming in, man. Digital Detox, man. Nick, are you around, brother, to talk about this room for tomorrow that we got going down? If not, man, I'm gonna say some final words, bro. What's going on? Nick, are you there?
I'm here, brother. I'm here. What's going
How you
on?
feeling about that digital detox for tomorrow, brother? Tell them what's going down for tomorrow. I'm gonna put the link at the top or in the chat. But tell them what we're gonna be talking about tomorrow, man. 2 p.m. EST. Let's turn it up.
Man, we talking about detoxing from social media, detoxing from your phone, taking time to decompress and get yourself back in alignment with you, because as entrepreneurs, as creatives, as visionaries, we are constantly on our phones, and we don't take like 5 6 minutes off our phones to decompress and detox, because our mental cannot run the way that it's supposed to. We cannot have our battery 100% charged if we are not taking time for ourselves and detoxing from social media, detoxing from your phone. It's essential and crucial. But I want to give flowers to Fashawn. I know I didn't really speak much. I was just actually listening. I want to give flowers to Fashawn for the space in the room, and Stack, you as well, bro. I'm quick on giving people their flowers, man. So want to give credit where credit was due. And yeah, powerful room, man. There was a lot of gems that were dropped. I just hope that when we have these spaces, man, when people get a pressure applied to them, they go out and apply the pressure, because it's useless if these spaces are constantly being run and nobody's applying the pressure that's being taken from them. So I just hope that we all learn something valuable today. And like I said, great space as always. Let's get it rocking for tomorrow.
Make sure y'all go to the Media Mentors Mansion in RSVP Digital Detox with my brother Nick tomorrow. It's going to be a great ass conversation. If you guys are not a part of the Helium family, go ahead and get on your second line, switch over your phones, do whatever you're doing. Right, that'll be fire. And also, get ready, because we just teamed up with Rocket Hub, so I can't wait. For Andrea to bring on, all these people and all this stuff that we're doing with, the software and all this good stuff. So, we teamed up with Rocket Hub now. I appreciate you, Andrea. I know she's on a business phone call right now, setting things up. But Andrea, can you talk about a little bit what we got coming soon if you're around by the mic? And I appreciate you for getting me approved with Rocket Hub. I'm going straight to the damn moon. Talk to me real quick. Let's go.
Hey, Zach. Hey, yeah, I'm super excited. A lot of you know that I work with partnerships in Rocket Hub too, and we've been doing things a lot differently over the past few years. Really, it's about supporting the business community that needs software to market your business and make money. But in addition to that, it's about supporting founders to create a very sustainable product that also adds value in the long run. So I'm super excited that Stack is here. Like some of the things that we launch on Rocket Hub, and it's all about community, is very focused on AI. Like I love AI. I think it's like the number one thing that we should all be looking at, the metaverse, Web3, just because it is the future. And the interesting thing about it is that we, everyone here in this community, we're carving out the future by being on Clubhouse, talking to each other, building the infrastructure that will be Web 4, Web 5, whatever we want to call it, right? Um, and the interesting thing about Stack's partnership with Rocket Hub is that not only are you buying things to support your business, you can also use Rocket Hub to make money for yourself, because everything is a business in a box, but you're also supporting the founders who are creating the future. Because the reason why founders launch with Rocket Hub really is because they want loyal people who are going to use the software and contribute to the evolution of what everything that's happening in terms of marketing and business online. So I'm super excited that Stack is like on board, and he's partnered with Rocket Hub, and we're gonna have basically the CEO here, I think next week sometime, Stack,
Yeah,
right? So,
yeah, yeah. I can't wait for that. Look, Andrea, put a fire emoji in the chat. I can't wait to, expand. Shout outs to Rocket Hub for, opening the doors for Stack Pack and allowing, a lot of different people to acquire this software. We're going to be bringing the CEO in, like Andrea said. Shout outs to her for bringing Vasi on as well. Yesterday, that was a fucking epic room. One of the best Q&As that we did inside the club with a woman that kicks ass inside of the music industry. So I appreciate her for coming by. And we will be having a conversation this week. I think on Thursday, I'm having a conversation with Vasti to see what else we can do together in the music industry and beyond. So that's going to be fire. I appreciate you, Andrea. And, you know, shout out to Rocket Hub, official partnership. We's going down. We doing nothing but the big shit. You feel me? Like, let's not play with it this year. 2024, we want more. Put it in the chat. Get up in the chat. Put a fire emoji in there. Metaphone service, Rocket Hub, Stack Pack Media, Media Mentorship. God damn. It's cracking. Yeah, let's keep going. I want y'all to understand, when you stay near the fire, you gonna become fire. Let me say that again. You stay near the fire, you gonna become fire. I want to talk about that digital detox tomorrow. I want to talk about more. If you guys know anybody that's in the media world that's going crazy, tell them holla at Stack Pack. We want to have a Q&A. We want to do a discussion with them. We want them to get lit in here. Come through and talk to the community. That's what it's about, talking to her. I want to have a conversation. I want to talk about YouTube, vlogging, music videos. I want to have some film producers come through here for Sean. All type of shit I want to come through so they can talk about the experiences and what's going on in the game and what they've been doing, right? So shouts to everybody that, you know, supported the room today. You know, it was fire. I want y'all to go, you know, sign up with Helium, get up on that. $20 a month, you can't beat it. I was paying hundreds of dollars for one phone. Now it's two phones for $40. Thank you for Sean. You should have told me sooner. You should have told me sooner, but we got it now. On the credit. Let's go, right? Because I think their offer ends soon. But I appreciate you guys. It's just been fire, man. Any final words for Sean before I skate up out of here, man? Talk to me real quick, bro.
Man, yeah.
Any
First of
final
all, shout out to Stack, man. Stack stay ahead of the curve, and he keep putting y'all on. And one thing about people that put people on, that's a friend. You know, the friends keeping you in the know, that's a gem. You know what I'm saying? You got a friend that's keeping you in the know. That's a gem. That's your brother. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him for that. So make sure y'all keep showing up for dog. Andrea, we most definitely need to tap in. I don't know why. You know, I don't know about, you know, Rocket Hub. I feel like I need to be in the atmosphere. So, you know, let's kick it. That sounds exciting. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to get left out. You know, cut me in or cut it out. You know, so I'm here to help. How can I help? You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to helium, I think it's a great first step into the metaverse space. Our cell phones is such an immersive and important part of our daily life. Bills and bills are a part of our daily life, and with inflation, cost of living is kind of crazy. $20 is nuts. You know, I'm just keeping a buck. If you got a household of 5 people, we talking about a mom, a dad, and 3 kids for $100 is
great
obnoxious.
raise?
You know, it's crazy. But also, it could give you the opportunity to enter a space, educate your children on the space, get in a wallet. In Solana is like the big crypto community, because Stack is kind of like the Quest. Like Bitcoin and Ethereum is kind of like you need some. It's kind of like the Vision Pro, but everybody can get a Quest. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where Solana is. So with that said, if you join today, and if you use Stacks or Me code to join Helium, I want you to shoot me a message on Instagram, or even better on Twitter, because I want to get I'm compiling the group of people who I onboarded, and I want to give y'all access to the Helium community, and I just want to know who came on with me. You know, I want to stay connected with y'all and keep y'all abrupt of what's going on, and we can have our own little network of people, and we can, you know, stay together in our journey. And more importantly, in any ways that I can help you on your journey, we can stay connected. With that said, my DMs on Instagram and Twitter are open. Let's figure out how to solve these problems for humanity, and let's jump into the future right now. With that said, peace to the gods.
Peace to the gods. Look, I appreciate you for Sean. Make sure y'all tapping in with everything we got going on. Shout out to everybody that pulled up today. Tomorrow, like I said, I'm diving in deep with my brother Nick. We'll be tag teaming on this digital detox room. I got a list of things that I want to talk about: how to detox, how to remove yourself, how to go recharge, put that battery back in your back, right? Because sometimes you got to take it out. So I cannot wait for Nick to open up that room. Cannot wait for the community to pull up tomorrow. And we just gonna make it another epic title, another epic vibe, right? If the vibes ain't on point, I'm not there. If you're not supporting my people this year, I'm not supporting you. If you're not pulling up to, these rooms that I be in, I'm not rocking. If you're not going to the OTM mansion, I'm not rocking. If you're not going to Wellness Words, I'm not walking. If you're not going to Miss Manifest room, I'm not coming to your room or Miss Self Love's room. If you don't go support Andrea, I'm not supporting you. Or Jamisha over there at 4 data points. I ain't supporting you. I swear, all year. Like if you don't go, if I don't, you know what I'm saying? Because some rooms, I'm telling y'all, it don't feel like no welcome and shit. Y'all come to my room, y'all could talk, y'all could come on the stage, do whatever you want to do, right? As long as everyone is respectful. Y'all know how we run it here. Respectful, you can say whatever you want to do. But if you're not supporting my people this year, I'm not supporting you. And I always say it because support is free. Seeing somebody's room going up, sharing it inside of the Media Mentors group chat, hitting people going in there, seeing what they got going on. The support is free. So be around people that support y'all. If you're not at the table, you on the menu, and be around people that really want to help, right? Like you see who really want to help. You'll see who really want to dive in, and you know what I'm saying? Like surround yourself with those people that want to, and put a fire emoji in chat if y'all agree.
Stack, I disagree. I
Man,
disagree.
talk to me. What's up? Why you disagree? Man? Talk to me.
I disagree for the first time because support is not free. Support is very precious because you have to pay love to get support, which is so precious and it's not easy. It's something either genuine, loyal, or none. So it's not free, man. It's real, and there is so much uh big difference between real and free because you know that we don't do drama, we just either genuine or out of the place. I love you guys. I want you to remember my word. I still remember that day when Stack said that I want to go to the moon, and when you said this now, it's just uh, believe in yourself and speak your dreams to come true. Don't just speak it, of course, but speak it and work for it. Back to you, dear.
Speak for it, work for it, walk it like you talk it. Do whatever y'all got to do. If y'all enjoyed the room today, put a fire emoji in the chat. I need another one in there before we get out of here. She
Okay,
did. It
Stack,
was
if you
fire.
don't mind, I've been sitting here listening and working, but guys, there's 42 people in this room. This room has went in and out. There's been great information, and out of the 16 shares, 5 of those are
Go.
mine. Come
Let's
on,
go.
put some shares in
Beth
there.
acting like KB right now. Share the room out. Y'all better get up in there.
The other 5 were my shares.
Yeah, Mercy, they better share it out. What they doing?
3 were mine.
I got 3 in there. What we doing?
Yeah, man, what they doing, right? Listen, put a fire emoji in the chat if y'all enjoyed this room, right? It was nothing but heat. I enjoyed it. It was nothing but heat. For Sean, appreciate you, bro. Oculus, Vision Pro, all this good talk. All this good talk. Listen, let me pass this room up and let me get 2 outtakes. Who want to take the mic? Let me get 2 outtakes before I get up out this room. Who want to talk before I leave? Who want to grab the mic? Who got any questions before I get on my rocket ship and blast off? Who's here on stage?
I just want to thank Fashawn for bringing up the meta world. I've been into the Oculus space for a minute, and I remember when Oculus 2 came out, it was $499. So I can only imagine as they advance the technology, the prices that are going to come up. And I really enjoyed being able to go into different spaces in Horizon specifically, like T.I.'s Trap Museum. Like, if you don't live in Atlanta or a city where you wanted to go into T.I.'s Trap Museum, like you can go visit it on the metaverse. You can hop, like I said, you can hop in a studio there. You can go play basketball there. You can even go to an open mic. Like if you want to go out and have a date night or just go out, but you're still like a homebody, you can go visit clubs in Japan. You can go visit a club in Jamaica. You could be seaside. There's so much opportunity in that space. There are even communities that are like sitting around the fire and somebody's playing a guitar and then they're just chatting. So if you want to build a community, it's definitely a great space to build a community. I'm looking forward to the updates and the different things that they're going to do in that space. But I had an opportunity to experience a baseball game, and oh my goodness. So if you're into sports, if you're into concerts, but you don't really like the crowd, and then they have this, I haven't bought it as of yet, but they have a mat. They have a VR mat, so I'm interested to see how that works. My kids were able to go on a spaceship and to see all the
Oh, they was on a
buttons and
space. What they was doing on a spaceship shit?
they look and we were able to like look at the other planets and see how really how bright the sun is and look at all the different functions and things on a spaceship. It's educational, it's beneficial, and it could be monetary depending on how you look at it. So if you haven't jumped on, go jump on it. And I'm pretty sure you can even buy an Oculus 2 set right now for up under, you could get it under
I'm
$499
I'm
because
on
that was
I'm
2 years ago. That was
affordable,
two and
right?
a half years ago. Yeah, so thank you for bringing it up.
Hey, I was gonna say, isn't it so affordable? Like when I first got my Oculus, it was so affordable to get it and hop inside the metaverse if you guys wanted to get familiar with VR. And what made it even more better is I have, over 400K friends on Facebook. So as soon as I connect up, my Oculus to the Facebook, everybody that's on Facebook is in the Oculus. So you can imagine how much traffic and how busy it is in my headset. I don't know about anybody else's headset, right? Because everybody's network's different. You know what I'm saying, Shay? I don't know what's going on in their world. I don't know what's going on in your VR headset, but my shit was rocking. I had a lot of different people walking around as avatars, walking around as different people, just going, just networking, and they wanted different people to talk to. And I was taking those relationships offline, Shay. I'm talking to these digital avatars like, hey, go follow me on Instagram. Or hey, let's take these relationships to the next level. Or hey, let's, you know what I mean? Or hey, follow me on Insta. It's all about the conversation. The same thing we do on Clubhouse was the same thing I was doing behind Digital Stack Pack inside of the Oculus headset when I first got it. And nobody knew what was going on, right? I was using it on the web. I was using it on Crypto Voxels, moved over to the Oculus headset. It was just crazy, and it's a great way to dive in if you want to experience it. It's my favorite one, Shay, was the movie theater. You can go into the movie theater and watch the movies as if you're in the movies. They'll give you the movie setting. You'll watch it. You'll be in a seat. You'll have
Man, I watch YouTube so much in my headset,
tell them
bro,
about
because
it
I'm a
real quick,
YouTube
man.
watcher.
The V and
Yeah.
the YouTube VR, the movie, and then the YouTube VR. That's what I want to talk about real quick for Sean is because when you got the movie experience, they'll give that to you, and then when you got the YouTube VR, they'll bring those experiences to you. So every video, it's not a regular YouTube video for Sean. You feel me? It's not a regular. Every YouTube video is VR, high quality, and it's bringing you the
Yeah,
experience. What's up? What you want to say?
you can parasail and roller coaster and skydive, and it's most definitely lit. Your access on YouTube in the VR is most definitely different. I don't know about you, Stack, but I got the extended battery pack strap for my Oculus. That thing, not only does it make it more comfortable because the fit is better and the weight distribution is better, but it's an extended battery pack. You got even more time in the metaverse.
Yeah, it adds a couple hours. We have battery packs for both of ours. And on top of that, I wanted to add one more thing, guys. You can build a home. So, like, you wanted to build a home, you could go to the metaverse and you can build a home. You can have your kitchen like you want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just amazing. So, if you haven't tapped into an Oculus headset, I invite you to go in. Yeah. So, thank you.
The Vision Pro can't do that though, Shay. That's the difference between it right there. The Vision Pro can't do that. The Vision Pro is more going to be tailored to your phone, towards the iPhone, towards the experience of Apple, which is still fire, which is still good, which is still fire. But I feel like you can be more creative. Y'all seen when Charles came in, right? Remember when Charles came in here? We were talking about the metaverse. Put a one in the chat. Y'all remember when Charles came? Who remembers when Charles Ace came in the room and he was doing he was talking about the metaverse? Guess what he uses to create all of that stuff, those experiences? Oculus. He's using an Oculus All of that stuff he's creating, all that stuff he's building for people, and he got his own business, and he's going to the alts, and he's meeting Grant and doing all that stuff. He's been creative on the Oculus headset, creating Inside Horizon Worlds. And guess what he's got coming for us soon, guys? Media Mentorship Metaverse. I cannot wait to see. I already got the picture. You know what? I'm going to upload the pictures this week. Be on the lookout on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. See what I got going on. I got so much content. It's going to make your head spin. I got content going all the way till I don't even know when, right? But I'm going to start uploading this stuff from the screenshots of what Charles has done so far inside the metaverse. He's already put up the logos. He put up posters of me. He's made it this experience already. So we'll be able to tap in if you have an Oculus headset and if you have your phone. So you'll be able to do both. You'll be able to, view it from your phone, and you'll be able to tap into, the Oculus headset and walk around inside the Media Mentorship Metaverse. I can't wait for that room. I'll schedule Charles back in here. I'll let you know when he's coming back in here. But be on the lookout for who else is coming back in? Dennis. Remember when Dennis came in and he was talking about the Wall Street stories? He'll be coming in and tell us some industry stories. So be on the lookout. Get your popcorn. Be ready, right? Because he's someone that actively works on Wall Street today, not last year, not someone that used to do this shit. No, he lives in New York right now, and he gets to look over the high rises and shit, and he's over there. So I rock with Dennis. Can't wait for him to come in the room. He's going to talk about, some stuff he's seen in the industry, some parties, some spicy shit, right? Straight from Wall Street. Can't wait. He's already confirmed the day he wants to come in. Expect to see that on the calendar ASAP. But tomorrow, like I said, we'll be diving in with my brother Nick, Digital Detox. Make sure you dive in. This is going to be a mental health room, how to recharge, how to reset. We're going to make this shit one of the biggest rooms. And make sure y'all tap into, the link at the top. Book a call with me. I want to take these relationships to the next level. Doesn't matter if you need social media management, TV, podcast placements, right? Anything that's media related, get with me. Brand ambassador deals, Rocket Hub. You want to talk about Rocket Hub? Book a call with me. We'll talk about it, right? Me, you, Andrea will hop on the phone. The CEO will be here too. Can't wait for you guys to meet him. Thank you for that, Andrea. And make sure you guys tap in with Vassy as well. I'm looking forward her to come back. Looking forward everyone to come. Everyone that's been in here already, I look forward to them to come back for like part twos and different styles of their room. I'll be trying to hit up Rocky soon too, to try to get another social media monetizing room up in here, so we can come up here and really heavy hit, right, with all the media and what we're doing. I'm definitely going to be in contact with Miss Self Love. I need a podcasting room. I need one from Danielle as well, a podcasting room. I need another manifestation room with Miss Manifest. It's all type of shit that we're going to be diving in with from different avenues. And also need my brother Otis James to come back in here and teach all about the 4 goddamn data points. Take y'all to the promised land. You understand? Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. I love you guys. We had a great room today, and we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back. Marisol, what's so funny? I'm going to you think it's funny? I'm going to the promised land. I'm there. We're going. Anybody that listen, you want to know why? Because anybody that has supported me before things got perfect, because I'm not I still have work to do. We still got more growing to do, more expansion, more people to connect with. You're supporting me right now. We going. I get there, you going with me. That's the type of person I am. I never forget. I always remember. We going together. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I remember when so-and-so did this. Or I remember when this, you know what I'm saying? You'll remember certain things, and then bam, when it's time to go, y'all coming with me. That's a fact. Because media, everybody doesn't get the media or how to work social media, and I do. I've mastered it at a high level. And we work with different companies and different people, right? I've been on TV, been on Comcast. I got my own show that will be ramping back up. I took a break because we've been building out the media mentorship community. But I will be ramping back up the TV show with new guests and everything with the E360 TV network. Signed that contract right before my birthday. Love you guys. That's my family as well. Shout outs to everybody, that's been supporting, down to 10X Vets, Tony, Glenn, Otis, everybody that's been really diving in, really rocking, right? Everybody. Appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Book a call with me if you want to talk, or you could call me on the OWL app. Y'all already know Dante, the OWL app, man. Call me over there. Don't waste my time. You see me over there, call me over there, get in contact with me and leave me a review or something, right? If you want to work and you want to network or something, network with me on these apps, book a call, right? And I can't wait for you guys to learn more about Rocket Hub and some of these cool apps that I've been diving into. But it's a blessing to be in partnership with them as well, and include that inside of the media mentorship, and to have that underneath all of our belts, so that way we can help more people succeed on social media with AI, understand these tools so that way they can master it at their fingertips. Not everybody understands media. Not everybody understands marketing and social media or getting to the next level or trending, right? Right? Like you want to, if the point of being on the media is to trend on the media so that way people can see you. If nobody sees you, I'm not rocking. You know what I mean? Like how we going, you know what I'm saying? So make sure people see you, put out your content, and don't be the best kept hidden secret. That's another thing I want to leave this room with. Don't be the best kept hidden secret. When you guys got tools and knowledge and things that you have to share with people, don't just sit on it. Give back. Help people get to the next level. Push them up a little bit more. Don't be a gatekeeper. Didn't we have a room about that with Mark and Nick and everybody in here? Don't be one of those people. If you're sitting on information right now, give it back to people. Let people know what you do. Let people know how that can help them in business as well. You've seen us introduce Helium Mobile. We could have just been like, nah, we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna pay 20. Nah, we want everybody to do it. You feel me? We want everybody to tell their friends and family. That's why I told Fashawn. I said, Fashawn, you should have told me sooner. Because you could have helped other people save a lot of money too. You know what I'm saying? Or get a different alternate business line. So I love that when we come into the media mentorship, it's always going to be some type of education, right? Y'all going to learn something that you didn't know 24 hours ago, or get some type of motivation that you didn't have 24 hours ago. So I love you guys. We're going to be diving in and expect to see new episodes on the Stack Pack podcast. I'm putting up all the shows that were on the Media Mentorship and Clubhouse on the iHeartRadio, Spotify. It'll be uploaded on all platforms, so that way you guys can go over there and listen to them as well. And I'm taking advantage of all monetizing tools, because on Spotify I'm monetized, on iHeartRadio. So when you guys go over there, we got the revenue share already. I was monetized probably within the first month. You know what I mean? I told Miss Self Love, I went in her room, I'm like, I'm glad you told me that, because now I can dive in and put all these episodes and all this energy into something that'll have me making revenue share. So I'm glad I was always listening to those podcast rooms too. So I want you guys to always dive in. When you see people around and they're saying things or doing things, you dive into that shit. I love you guys. Media Mentorship, Big Stack Pack. We're going to keep going. Just don't stop. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. And then Friday, right after Nick's room, I want you guys to RSVP for another room. It is a room right after Nick's room on Friday. It's called Compassion Create Big Dreams. How? RSVP for that. I don't know what y'all gonna say. I don't know what y'all gonna do in that room, but definitely buckle up. Compassion Create Big Dreams, and I want to know how. I want a real intellect conversation, and I want to know details. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Book a call with me. Love you. Media Mentorship. Let's go.